Greetings, people of the internet. This is Cardiacs, and today I kind of hope to start a new series. This is the first one in a list, I guess, of 26, because this is kind of a challenge in which I'm going to do fan art of characters I like that start with each letter of the alphabet. Now, this idea is not mine, to be honest. It was DrawingwiffWaffles idea. At least I assume so. That's where I got it. Regardless, her challenge is coming to an end because she just finished last week the Y. She did the Y character, so she's almost done. So I thought, since I was so inspired by how she stuck through it, I decided that I would do my own challenge. So I chose a character starting with A, and there were a few characters that I considered, for example, Ariel from Little Mermaid, but for this I kind of want to keep secondary characters in mind because I don't think they get enough love. Some characters are they're just so awesome, and yet they have kind of a backup placement for how important they are in the story. For example, in Atlantis: The Lost Empire, one of the characters that I remember loving, despite not really liking the movie itself that much. I mean, it's a good movie, it's just not my favorite. Regardless, the one character that seemed to take what's the word? I don't know. The one character that just seemed to pop out at me a lot as having quite a bit of depth was Audrey. And I liked her a lot, how spunky, but how sweet she is, just really inspired me when I was a child, and I really loved her. But she was always she was just a cute kind of side character. Although, before I got started on this, I actually rewatched Atlantis, and I noticed that Sweet, the doctor, was helping her out a lot, kind of like a father figure. Like when she was struggling with climbing rocks and things, he helped her up, and uh, stuff of that nature. I just thought that was really cool. It's a detail I missed when I was a child. But yeah. There are a few other things that I liked about her as well. For example, she's bilingual. And I mean, the movie only kind of hints at it shortly, like just a second when she says, I'm gonna butcher this, but it's like, no te que nada. She's telling Milo not to touch anything. So, she... I like that she learned Spanish, no. I like that she learned English, because I'm assuming she grew up with Spanish. Could be the other way around, I don't know. But I also love that not only is she so smart, but she shows it really well in being a mechanical expert. In this movie, Atlantis is actually based in 1914, and back then, a woman having this kind of job that's typically for a man is kind of rare. So once I realized that made her even cooler. Another thing, though, is that when she was I don't want to spoil things. I'm trying to be as vague as I can with the points that I have with the movie. But one of the things that happened is that when there's a turning point, she's the first one to change her mind. And because of that, she leads the others in joining her and doing the right thing. And yeah, that just makes her a whole heck of a lot cooler. I also just really love her catchphrase. Like, she's just adorable because in the movie, she, when she's really spunky and really kind of rough, but also really cute and sweet. So when she's messing with Milo, he twitches because he's probably a little bit scared of her. And she's like, 2 for flinching. So she lightly punches his shoulder, and it's cute. So that's why I chose this pose, because she's kind of thrusting her fist forward, like she's trying to punch the viewer, even though it's really too far away. And she's holding up her other hand, which is supposed to be like, which in some ways is supposed to be a peace sign, it's supposed to be a victory sign, whatever, but she's doing it because two. And I wanted her legs to kind of match so that her legs wouldn't be just kind of like stiff, just holding her up. So I decided to, bend one in front of the other, which is a pose I kind of struggle with, and I have mixed feelings about this speed paint, but it is what it is, and considering how bad I felt lately, it was actually a pretty good outcome. I mean, at the beginning of Waffles' Almond Challenge, I think she started doing a stylized letter that matched the character's name. And I kind of like that idea, and I think it'll have a chance to kind of get me to play around with things. So in the movie, there are these glowing creatures that I choose to call fireflies. If you watch the movie, you'll see how appropriate that is. So I decided that it'd be kind of cool if the A were made out of those fireflies. And then because I did that much detail, I decided that there actually needed to be something behind them. So I got to play with some lighting effects. I mean, ever since this, though, sadly, I haven't been able to do anything digital that I've been relatively happy with. Struggling a lot, but this past week, or at least the last few days, regardless, I've been doing a lot better mentally, and I find that's because I've pretty much been distracting myself as much as I possibly can. Also, a little side note, when I did highlights in Audrey's hair, it made her hair look brown, but her hair, I'm pretty sure, is black. Just throwing that out there. Regardless, it seems my mind likes to wander when I'm just sitting around and not really doing anything specific. So what I've been trying my hardest is to make myself do things to distract myself so I don't spiral. Except, I always have this feeling like I'm right on the edge of losing it. So like, if I'm not careful, then I'll have one of the worst days. I've had that feeling for quite some time. Even on the good days. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Bye!